of the real Miami Dolphin fans on the road right now. I got like 30 minutes. I wanted to talk about this. I've been really looking at it. And the Miami Dolphins' chances of actually making the playoffs just got better, in my opinion, at least. And a little bit of light. We're going to get a little light going. But yeah, it just got better, in my opinion. And I'm going to explain why coming up. Tell y'all everything that actually needs to happen. Let's see here. Okay, here it is. Y'all punch that like button on your way in the building. Hit that like button right now. We're gonna talk about it. What's up, everybody? Yeah, I'm car streaming. So hopefully y'all good, man. Just car streaming right now. What up, Jessica? I see you. Shout out to the Mod Squad, all the members of the channel. Let's get into it, all right? Do you have a husband? I don't know what that's about. Things ain't get better. We still got to Flick Short with the donation said you should watch tomorrow game, Hurricanes. I mean, I gotta watch these NFL games, man. But I'll check out I'll be in and out of it. But let's get into it. So, first of all, what do the Dolphins need to do to make it to the playoffs, right? We obviously need to win out, which is very doable. We play two bum teams. Two of the bummest teams you could play, right? So I'm not worried about that. Now, if we lose one, we ain't in. We stupid. We trash. We just whatever, right? But we got to win out. So that's number one, all right? All right, next up, we need the coach to lose one game. Now, what's the likelihood? First of all, I don't know if y'all know this, but Anthony Richardson himself is questionable for this next game. All right? That's a problem in itself. And it's the Colts. They liable to win games they should win. Yeah, they got a favorable schedule, but it's the Colts. They be losing games they should win. So the Colts losing a game is the biggest factor that, we want to make happen for us to make it. All right? That's it, because Denver, the last straw is Denver losing. Denver losing both of these games, y'all. Denver is going to lose both of these games. I promise you that. Why do I say that? First of all, they got to play the Bengals this weekend, and the Bengals still got a shot, by the way. So the Bengals are hoping that all these same things happen, and the Bengals are about to smoke the Broncos. Give y'all a little bit of light. The Bengals are about to smoke the Broncos. I'm telling y'all. All right. Shout out to Flicks. He said you saw Hill tweet of him in Chargers uniform eyes. We're gonna talk about that next. We're gonna talk all about that next. All right. But the Bengals are about to smoke the Broncos. That's a fact. Okay. I know they are. And then the Broncos got to play the Chiefs, and everybody like, yeah, but the Chiefs done secured the number one seed, and, they're going to be resting their starters. First of all, I think the Chiefs can beat the Broncos without the starters, but back up. Stop saying that the Chiefs are going to rest their starters. They done been in this situation before. They still play their starters even if it's to halftime. But let me tell you why you got to think about the Chiefs. They probably going to play. Let me tell you what nobody thinking about with the Chiefs. They're probably going to play this week, next week, and here's why. The Chiefs just played 3 games in 11 days, just like Baltimore. They just played 3 games in 11 days. They were the Christmas slot. So what does that mean? That means that they're not playing another game for 10 or 11 days from now. That's their final game, 10 or 11 games. So you think Andy Reid is going to allow his starters to be without football, playing real football for a whole 25 days? Do the math. 11 days. And then in 11 days after the team plays, the regular season is over. Then they got 7 days from a first round bye. There goes 18 days. And then lay up to the second round of the playoffs when they're going to play? 24, 25 days? You think Andy Reid is going to let his players sit for 25 days with only practice and no real game time? No. That's crazy of a coach to say, hey, y'all going to chill for 25 days. You'll just practice. No, you don't do that. You got to keep that game momentum and structure going. So 11 days from now, look for them starters to play, and they're probably going to play maybe a quarter and a half, maybe even to halftime. Andy Reid ain't crazy. He not finna be sitting them boys for 25 days, just practicing and warming up and all of that. No. I mean, some of these coaches, they even do game time simulation on wild card week. So no. I'm telling y'all, the Dolphins' chances are a lot better than y'all think. A lot better than y'all think. Flick said that's a Mike McDaniel type coach. Yeah, I get it. He probably would, but Andy Reid ain't crazy. Andy Reid is not crazy. All right, and you know what? Let me gauge the chat, because some of y'all, man, I see y'all giving up. Man. Y'all put it in the chat now. Is it over, or do y'all believe in the chance that we have? Put it in the chat. I want to hear from y'all. Is it over, or do you believe in the chance that we actually have? 0.5% chance to make the play. It's better than that. It's over. What's TD? Merry Christmas. Happy holidays to all y'all. Over. Dang, boy. Y'all all say it's over. Why do y'all say it's over? Is it because y'all think we gonna lose a game? Or you think none of those things is gonna happen? Go Broncos. Man, the Broncos gonna lose 2 weeks in a row. I'm telling you. Y'all just believe in the Broncos. Y'all really think the Broncos gonna beat the Bengals when the Bengals still got a shot too? The Bengals need all those same things to happen, but they just need one Miami loss, and they don't need it this week. They need a Miami loss, period. Any Miami loss. The Bengals playing for the playoffs too. Make a poll. Well, I don't know how to make. Let me see, man. Start a poll. Is it over? Yeah, that's what I'll put. I just started a poll. Bam. Thanks for saying that. Appreciate it. Those games Tua didn't play and hurt us. It's on him. Man, I get that sentiment too, but I have mixed feelings about that. But I get the sentiment. You know, if he wouldn't have got hurt, we would at least won one or two of them games, and it would have been a totally different story right now. I get that. Fins are over. Oh Lord. T, do you think Chargers will lose out? No, I don't think the Chargers will lose out, but that does us no good, right? I don't think the Chargers help us in that path, right? Because I went down the Chargers path. I don't know if that actually helps us, like the Colts situation. TD needs content. It been over. Man, boy, I tell y'all. Love you, TD. Come through. Salute Aracimi. We got this, TD. Listen, man, I told y'all before, we got a pivotal decision to make, and the Dolphins decided to go for it. And with them going forward, I've been on track with, hey, man, you got to win games until you absolutely eliminate it. And until that happened, man, I'm not going to sit here and be on that road to make it seem like it's over. I got it. When we eliminate it, it's over. Things happen. You know, I told y'all this the other day. The one thing you don't want is to know, dang, we would have made it. We would have made it if we would have just won that game. Well, I ain't gonna lie, I kind of feel that way already when it comes to that Green Bay game. I kind of already feel that way. That's why that whole Green Bay week, I was like, man, I think we might can do it, and this will be that one time we get over the hump. We beat Green Bay, we getting in the playoffs. And we didn't beat Green Bay. And y'all hit that like button for me. TD, what if Miami loses the Browns? Man, devastation, man. If we lose to the Browns, that's just pure devastation. Just call it what it is, man. And they got this Dorian Thompson-Finley, whatever his name is, starting at quarterback. And you just hear Browns fans, yeah, he get to show it now. Yeah, he's the future. And man, they all hyped about it. I think they hyped like we were acting with Skylar. But if we lose to the Browns, man, that's it, man. I'm over it. Man, come on, Miami. Don't do that. We're not going to lose to the Browns, though. I'm telling y'all what's going to happen this weekend. Tell you what's going to happen this weekend. The Denver Broncos are going to lose to the Bengals. We're going to beat the Browns, okay? The Colts are going to win this weekend, okay? And we're all going to be like, man, look, it's coming down to the last week. And all we need to happen is the Chiefs to beat the Colts. No. Who is it? I may be mixing it up. All we need is the Colts to lose one game. I got to go look at that. I think it's the Jags. Jags beat the Colts. The Chiefs, Denver. And we beat the Jets and we in. You never know, man. You cannot just rule it out. TD, you got a driver. Why flex on us in the Rolls Royce? No, this ain't the Rolls Royce. It's the Bentley truck. You know, this is the Bentley truck. Oh, man. Y'all funny. It was brought up earlier. Tyreek, on social media, giving the eyes of him in a Chargers jersey. And then the little report that came out that the Chargers are looking to get a significant weapon for Herbert next year. Listen. First of all, don't listen to that report. Harbaugh gonna build it the way he want to build it. It might get a significant weapon, but that same outlet made the same report about another team and Tyreek Hill being the favorite. So that's to me, that's a farming site. All the teams that need Tyreek, they're gonna get a notification that says, breaking news, your team is looking to bring in Tyreek and they're the favorite. So that's number one. Number two, we gotta have a real serious conversation. Y'all can complain about Tyreek all you want. You can come for him all you want. Tyreek might be forcing his way out of Miami. I don't know. I'm just speculating here, right? So don't take this for gospel. But a lot of stuff starting to add up to me. He being a little funny on social media. He ain't playing his best. Subliminal messages every week. And you don't put eye emojis on Justin Herbert on the Chargers, knowing how people feel about Herbert and Tua. You don't do that. That's the last thing you do. Basically second in the motion, like, yeah. You don't do that. Tyreek might be forcing himself out of Miami because let me tell you why. I remember last year Tyreek said, they were getting on me. Mike McDaniel said, what are we paying you all this money for? If he said it last year, what you think he's saying this year? What you think he said this year? Tyreek be balling. And if he said, will we pay you all this money for last year? What you think he telling Tyreek this year? I think the front office even want to move on. Because here's what a lot of Dolphin fans are not thinking about. They're not thinking about the fact that the Miami Dolphins are going to have to make one or two major sacrifices this offseason so that they can try to make the overall roster better. Because free agency and the draft alone is not going to make this roster better. Why? Because it keeps aging. And the aging keeps showing up. People think we can take this current roster, add some players, and it'll be better. Not whenever you got to pay Javon Holland. Not when you got a declining Bradley Chubb fresh off of injury. You don't know what version of him you're going to get back. Jalen Phillips off of injury. You don't know what version of him you're going to get. Teron Armstead, another year. You don't know what you're going to get. Jalen Ramsey, truth be told, still balling, but not like he used to. And that can progress. This roster's aging. So even when you bring in more players, you might be offsetting, but the way to get better, you got to sacrifice one or two of your highest paid and try to bring in better quality overall talent and provide depth for the team. But are the Miami Dolphins good enough to sacrifice a few pieces of elite talent? That's what you got to think about, man. I think Bradley Chubb is a wild card for next year. We might be moving on from him. I'm going to give you the list of all the players, I think. Flick said it will actually be good if Reek goes exposed to her. Well, at least we'll know what we got for real. Because it'll be the biggest hypocrisy ever if you hear anything about nobody's getting separation. Everybody's dropping the passes. Oh, nope. When defenses can scheme so much better against us because they don't have to bracket Tyreek. But that's a whole nother conversation, right? But let's talk about the players who are going to be risky on the chopping block. Bradley Chubb is one. And let me tell y'all another thing. I thought it was very eye-opening that they decided that they did not want to activate him by the deadline, which was Wednesday. So now he's not allowed to play for the rest of the season. When they didn't activate him, I thought that was very telling. Because he came off of IR, he's been working out, and if you felt like we were going to make a playoff run, you activate him. And they knew, man, we still want to go after the playoffs, and we'll need him if we make it. Oh, man, this is a risk because you also don't want to get him hurt again and guarantee his salary for the future maybe or something like that. I believe they didn't activate him because they want to be able to move off of him next season. It's that simple. I believe that they did not activate him because they want to be able to move off of him next season and or be able to trade post June 1st or something. I think that's exactly what happened. And this is very interesting to see the real decisions are being made. Next up on that, Shaq Barrett to further that. Why did you reverse course on Shaq Barrett? There's only one reason why, because Chris Greer is trying to save every penny he can because he broke next year. When Shaq Barrett got activated back to the NFL, hey, that salary started picking right back up. and you decided not to activate him, he still gets paid. And I think that's what's happening, man. Let him go, man. Let's just save our money. Ain't no need to just make a point, try to make a point. That's what that was. It's exactly what it was. I think Chubb will play if Miami makes playoffs. Chubb can't play anymore. They didn't activate him on Wednesday, which was the deadline. His deadline, I believe, was Wednesday. I don't think he's allowed anymore for the rest of the season. That's why I'm saying there was a deadline on his. When they bring you off of that, you got a certain amount of, when they bring you back off of IR, you got a certain amount of weeks to make him active. And that deadline was Wednesday, and they had that critical decision, and they decided they will not activate him, so his season is completely over. Chubb is done. Chubb is done. But I think he's a casualty in the offseason potentially. Not only is Chubb a casualty in the offseason potentially, but I also, well, I don't think that they're going to bring Holland back. I think Holland's going to test free agency, and he's going to go to the highest bidder. So that's an edge rusher and a safety. You ain't even got a safety next year. We don't even have a safety next year. So, and this, here's the funny part. Everybody keep bringing this up, right? We need to fix the O-line. Let me tell y'all, TD, you want to talk about everybody except the O-line, the real problem. That's why you biased. No. That ain't why I'm biased. I don't talk about the O-line because it ain't worth being talked about. Why is it not worth being talked about? How you gonna fix the O-line? Let's have a real conversation. Y'all want to get mad at not fixing the O-line, right? Some of y'all would have been real mad if they would have moved on from Tua after the first 2 years. So what Chris Greer and Mike McDaniel did is said, hey man, we got to give everybody a fair shot. We got to give Liam and all of them 3 to 4 years to develop. That's what you're experiencing right now. The fact that these young players didn't hit day one doesn't mean they won't eventually hit. I don't think a lot of them will, but that don't mean they won't. Therefore, you can't get mad at the coach and stuff when they want to keep developing these players and hope that they turn out. They owe these guys that when you draft them. Now it's not working, right? So go fix it now. Tell me how y'all gonna do that. With what money? Tell me how you gonna do that. With what money? How you gonna do it? Somebody, every time I had this conversation on Twitter or somewhere with somebody, I say, we get all the way to this point and I say, how you wanna do it? Tell me how they gonna do it. And nobody can answer that question. Y'all want to fix the O-line. How do you, okay, are you good with the left tackle? With Armstead and Paul backing them up? Oh, well, TD, we only need, well, y'all out here raving about Isaiah Wynn right now. Y'all do this every year. It'd be one player that show up and play a little good against average teams, and y'all be like, oh, he the future. And then he started looking like a bum the next year. Same thing y'all did with Cater Cole and everybody else. Same thing y'all do every year. You need solidified players. So if you're going to get a solidified player, you need 2 guards. And truth be told, you need a right tackle because Austin Jackson, he not as good as y'all make him out to be, but he's serviceable. But even in that serviceability, you're going to be dealing with his contract after next year. Again. So what you want? Is Patrick Paul good enough to handle the left tackle position for the future? Like, y'all got to make your mind up. What positions do you want? Do you want 2 guards? You want 1 guard? Like, we're not 1 offensive lineman away. Y'all making it seem like only right guard or only left guard. You got to make your mind up. What is it? What do we need? I can tell you what we need. You need 2 safeties. You need another corner. You need another defensive tackle, a legitimate one, because Calais ain't forever. And plus, he probably going to be released soon to go play for a contender. You also need a linebacker. You need another edge rusher, maybe even 2, because you can't trust the injury-prone ones you got now. You need 2 more offensive linemen. I don't know about Jonu's contract, but is he under contract for 1 year or 2? You better hope it's 2. And they're going to have to restructure him because he's going to be barking for more money if it is 2. And if it's only 1, you're going to lose him. We don't have enough linebackers. Y'all got a whole bunch of 6s and 7 linebackers, which is good. I like 6s and 7s if your whole team built that way. But that's a vital position. You need a dog. No. Jonu, 2 years, good, but now you're going to have to pay him more money. He ain't settling for what you gave him to begin with. He going to be talking restructure this offseason. A little itty-bitty extension. We literally have like 25 players under contract like next year with no money and mid-draft picks. Andrew Brewer is bad, you said, from Titans. Andrew Brewer works in this system the way that it is. The way we should be playing football, he bad.
Do I reverse? Because I can't go on.
You can go around.
This one?
Yeah. Listen, Brewer is playing good in this system, getting rid of the ball quick and things of that nature. I always told y'all he was a great run he was a great run blocker and bad in pass protection. This year it looks like he's great in pass and not good at run. I'm telling you, all the issues we have that y'all are saying we need to do this and do that, it'll expose all of them. It'll expose everybody. The O-line, Tua, everybody. So y'all looking at these guys having good PFF ratings in a system that's hiding their flaws. But when we try to do what we need to do to actually beat the good teams, it's over. Them guys don't look good. Those guys don't show up that way. So you could think he's good all you want. I know what the film tell me. And I know what it tell me even in Miami, but he not put in those positions often. But in our current system, he works. But you can't, this is the problem too, y'all need to realize. We cannot afford to keep this system. We cannot afford to keep this same system. And this is what y'all don't understand. Only Tua can run this system. With y'all, the problem y'all don't realize, this system is holding the team back. But I get it because the personnel, you require this system. Your personnel needs this system to look reasonable. This system is limited, ladies and gentlemen. It's limited. Kevin Lee, I'm hoping we sneak in, but I'm not giving up hope. I'm not sitting here thinking that we can't. We always go to the garage.
I'm trying to wrap it in right there.
That's an inches too by the garage.
I know, but you're also streaming, so that you're
All right, yeah, the signal might be turned out. But anyway, man, we done made it to our destination, so I'm about to get up out of here anyway. Yeah, I'm gonna cook some more on this later, man.
You streaming tonight?
Yeah, y'all, hey, y'all let me know in the chat right now. Do y'all want like a 10:30, 11 p.m. stream? Late night stream? Cause I want to talk about all this, man. Let me know in the chat if y'all gonna be up for it. Let me know in the chat right now if y'all gonna be up for a late night stream tonight. Yeah, 11. Late night, yes, yeah. 10:30, maybe even 10:30. Just depends. Yes, yeah, late night stream. Broncos losing out. Yeah, I believe so. Cook. What ramen noodles? All right, I'll see y'all at 10:30 or 11 tonight, man. We gonna continue this conversation, man. Because you know what? At the end of the day, we don't need to keep talking about the problems. We need to start talking about the solutions. And ladies and gentlemen, be open-minded about it. And y'all hit that like button. We got to talk about how we can make it work. How we can make it work, all right? Love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Fins up no matter Fins up, man. No matter what. Love y'all. Appreciate y'all. I'm about to get up out of here. I'll see y'all tonight. I'll see y'all tonight. Y'all take care, man. Stay blessed.